Good morning. Good evening. Hello. I am here again with another Beyond the Veil little guide. We're continuing off of yesterday's tree of surgery tree. Last time we took a look at the actual surgery and how you start with that. Today we'll be looking at sacrifice, the tree of sacrifice, the altar of sacrifice. Before we get to there, we'll have to look at another thing that hearts can do. Now, let me get rid of that. There are hearts in this house right here. So we're just going to grab ourselves some hearts. Now, with hearts, you can actually put them down. They look really weird and they look really small, but hey, it's a villager heart. It's not that big. But something that you can do with hearts is that they will make undead seek it. Like undead will seek hearts. So they can attract undead like skeletons and zombies, and I'm just gonna make a little demonstration to show you what I mean. I'll be right back. So I've got myself a little, I don't know, like a little bit of a maze, not really a maze, but a skeleton right here, and this little pedestal that I'm going to be putting a heart onto. And it's not trying to get it. Oh, there we are. And you can see that the skeleton is attracted to said heart. Now, if I were to break this heart and then put another one here, you'll see that the skeleton will go to this next heart. So hearts can be used to either distract or, kind of pull away skeletons and zombies from your base, or they can be used for this tree, the altar of sacrifice tree, or what I like to call the blood necromancer tree, and you'll know why I like to call it that in just a little bit. I'm just gonna really quickly make a few changes. Really quickly, another thing that I forgot from last episode when I showed you all the artifacts, I forgot this one. This is a crucible. It's a weapon wielded by demon slayers of yore, immensely powerful, but needs a long recharge after every use. So this kind of means every time that you hit something, it'll take a really long time for it to get recharged. Like, it's going to be, the durability is going to go to 0 and it's going to slowly get back up. This is very good. Like, you can use this as a weapon to kill enemies from this mod, or I think any entity from this mod. Specifically, this weapon can be used for something a lot later on. Even though it's not so effective, it is probably the most effective thing you could use. But I'll get into that a lot later. Right now we're going to be continuing the altar of sacrifice tree, so I'm gonna get a move on. Right, so it's now daytime, and we can finally take a look at this altar of sacrifice right here. I revel in limitless gratitude towards my patron, yet in agony, for there is no way I can duly offer him my thanks. Or is there? Blood makes for powerful bonds. Sorry, I'm a little sick. Blood makes for powerful bonds. It is water and life all at once. It is the link that binds all things living to the deepest oceans. Through blood shall I thank him. Through life and water, an altar of sacrifice of hearts and prismarine, first a core. So what you're going to need to do is get an altar core, and this will need, first of all, 2 diamonds, 2 gold, and 2 hearts, which already is quite a bit. But then you'll also need some dark prismarine, which I don't know if you saw, like the very first episode when we went to the voided biome. The idol's little altar, there are 4 dark prismarine blocks next to it that you could just break and take with you. Also, you can make prismarine blocks from materials that you find in the voided biomes and the little hamlets, in the chests. Like, for example, here's a chest full of everything that we got from the first episode. So we got these prismarine shards and we got these prismarine crystals. Now, sometimes you'll get more, sometimes you'll get less. But I feel like if you feel like you still don't have enough prismarine, then you could take a look at this little tab here, Dreams of Water. A dream of water, as the thought of the ocean refuses to leave my mind. Through this memory I am able to locate the nearest ocean monument. The guardians are born from water itself, and as such are closest to God. So, memory file, this file stores water, it's blue, it's very easily identifiable. You click on it, it literally just requires a water bucket and a memory file. Quite easy. And then it'll tell you the coordinates to the nearest ocean monument closest to you. You can take those coordinates, go to the ocean monument. I'm not going to show you what that looks like exactly because, I mean, you probably all know what ocean monuments look like. I don't know why this is here. You probably all know what ocean monuments look like. It's not really that much of a demonstration. I mean, I could demonstrate what it looks like to dream. It's like any other dream, really. So you just... I'm just gonna go get... So you just take your file, your water bucket. Everyone knows how to make a water bucket. And now it's, you know, Dream of Water. Put this in here, get into your cupboard, and then rest. And then as you can see, here are the coordinates for the nearest ocean monument. So I got the materials. Here is the block, sacrifice altar core. So you take a look at this. You progress, and then you put it down, and you right click. And this is not a sacrifice altar. Right. So you need more than just those blocks to make the sacrifice altar. You'll actually need a bit more dark prismarine and prismarine bricks, which will be kind of tedious, so you might actually want to get yourself some more of those bricks. I'll just very quickly show you what it looks like when it is completed. So it's actually quite a simple structure. You just need 9 dark prism, actually 8 dark prismarine, your altar core, and then you need 4. I'm assuming. Wait, am I doing this wrong? Yes, I am doing it wrong. You just need... I think this is 8. I could be mistaken. So you just need 8 of these. Put this down here, put this down here, this down here, this down here, this down here, like that. Is it another layer? Oh, no, it's just this. It's very simple. And with this, you're going to want to take yourself 4 villager hearts and put them on these prismarine bricks. And there will be a lot of hearts beaten. So you'll right click this, and this altar has been correctly built. I'll show you how to use this altar very quickly. So how this altar works is you need a villager that has their heart removed, and you will need some items. So in this case, if you want to make bloodstone bricks, you'll need how many ever stone bricks you want. I think the maximum is a stack. And so let's just get ourselves some stone bricks. Alright, there we are. Let's get ourselves a stack of stone bricks, and we'll come over here down to the basement where we have ourselves a little willing test subject. They still have their heart in place, actually, so I think we might actually have, nope, there's nothing in here. Let's just pull out our surgery tools, remove their heart. You will need a lot of hearts, basically. Every single sacrifice, every single time that you want to create an altar, you will need 5 villagers. Or I guess, no, you just need 4. Because you get a heart from every expiring villager. I used to think it was 5 for some reason. But you just need 4. And then what you're going to want to do is take the villager, plop him down, very quickly throw your stack. Oh, that was wrong. What you're going to want to do first is throw your stack down first, and then put the villager there. Oh, okay. Every time that you create a sacrifice, or every time a villager dies on the sacrifice altar, these hearts will get destroyed. So you will need another 4 hearts. And let's try to do this correctly. So to do it, we're going to need to throw the stack down first, and then put the villager down. And then, there we are. We have bloodstone bricks. What can we do with these bloodstone bricks? Well, let's take a look. With these bloodstone bricks, we can make something called a blood well. In the blood well, you will need a lot of bricks. I think it was 2 stacks, maybe. I will come back with an exact count of how many bricks you need. So I do indeed believe that you need 45 bloodstone bricks. So I'm just going to very quickly go into survival mode and see if this is correct. If it isn't, then I'm bad at math. So we're just gonna, probably should have done this before. I'm gonna be right back. So I dug myself a little hole here where I can put my bricks, and we'll just see if this is the right amount that we need. So there we are, we have this base, and then this. Oh, will we have enough? And then after we just need... Yes, so we do have enough. It is 45. I am correct, even though I am normally awful at math. And with these 45 bricks, after which you're going to want to place a heart in the center here, and I don't remember how you do it. Hold on. So we got all the things. I don't know why it isn't. I shall cover them with the sweet red substance. I will build a well that will hoard such undead, bind them to me so that I may rule them. I simply a simple structure of blood bricks. The heart must be placed last. So the heart is placed last. I don't know how to do this. Huh. Just a second, guys. Right, so I'm a complete fool. You're supposed to add another 4 bricks. So instead of 45, you're going to actually need 49 bloodstone bricks, and then this should work, and you can see that it is now filled up, and it is a blood well. So why do you want a blood well? Well, blood wells, like hearts, lure, well, undead, like zombies and skeletons, to it. But when a blood well, or when a zombie or skeleton come over to the blood well, instead of just stopping in it and, you know, just having a bunch of zombies and skeletons just standing in it, they will be absorbed into it and stored, almost, and you can use them later on as a sort of summon, and that's exactly what I'll be showing you a little bit later on how to make blood sigils. More specifically, a pathway sigil is what you're going to need first, and we'll show you how to make this. But before we go to any of this, I'm going to show you how to make a coral staff and the use of a coral staff. To make a coral staff, you're going to need your altar of sacrifice, and instead of stone bricks, you're going to need a prismarine block. Not prismarine bricks, but prismarine block, and throw it on top of the villager instead, and that will give you a coral staff. So I have myself not a prismarine block. There we are. Here's a prismarine block. So prismarine block, and then a dying villager. Throw this here, put this villager here, and we have ourselves a coral staff. How bizarre it is that the corals of the deep look so similar to our own arteries. No coincidence, I am certain. The link between the two is strong, and it is through this very staff that I may bind hearts together. So then this explains basically how you can do this. The idea is you can link hearts, almost. Heart position is now stored, and then, you know, you link. The heart at coordinates is now linked to this one. So this heart is linked to this one, and I think how it goes is zombies will actually go prioritize one of the hearts and then prioritize another one of the hearts, and I'm going to pull out a skeleton and test this out. So we have ourselves here a little skeleton. We're going to put this down, and then you'll see that it'll actually prioritize this one. Okay, so that didn't work. I'm gonna try to fix this. I'll be right back. So here I have hearts that are relatively far away, and I'll just be placing the skeleton right here, and hopefully, yes. Okay, so he'll come to this heart, and then after he should, and continue his path to this heart. And you can continuously do this until you bring them to, oh, he's just gonna go back and forth between these two hearts, it seems. But you can kind of link this one to this one, and then hopefully he should get to that one. Once he gets there, he isn't. I don't exactly know why. Okay, so now he is getting to that one. It just needed to be a clearer space. And from there, we can bring him closer to our little altar. So I'm just going to do this until he gets relatively close enough, like here. Where is he? Where did he go? Oh, he's stuck. So yes, you will probably need to have this set up proper so that he can get to the actual hearts. So I'm going to link this heart to this heart, and then link this heart to this heart, and then he should. So it seems a bit buggy right now. Oh, he'll just straight up go in. So let's see what it looks like when this skeleton comes into the well. And poop, he is gone. He is absorbed into the well. And so now we'll see what we can do with that. Another thing you can do with a coral staff is actually redirect undead to specific enemies that you hit the staff with. So let's say I got myself a skeleton and a cow, and I hit the cow with it. The skeleton will now be attacking the cow, and yeah, that's basically all there is. Zombies won't be shooting it, obviously, but I think that's pretty cool. This isn't the exact necromancer thing that I was talking about, but it is neat that this is another way of doing it. So, yeah, I think, can you even make skeletons attack each other? No, but you can make skeletons attack creepers, I'm assuming. Yes, you can. So, with that, oh, whoops. Right, so that creeper did blow up part of my base, but I guess a more reasonable example would be to do this. You probably have more than one skeleton. I'm gonna stop doing that. Right, so I'm gonna stop directing skeletons to attack creepers, because that seems to always end into bad things. We're just gonna continue, and we're going to make ourselves a pathway sigil. Through blood, we are bond, not just to the deepest ones, but to all. A pathway sigil can be used to bind to itself a location in the world, simply by using it. I should try it before bringing my research forwards. So make a pathway sigil. This sigil is bound to no location. You will need a compass, and sacrifice it in the sacrifice altar. So I'm just going to do that really quickly. Alright, so I got myself a compass. We'll throw it on the sacrifice altar, put a villager down. Now again, I am in creative mode, so this would normally be consumed along with the other 4 hearts, which are consumed. So just keep that in mind. You will need a lot of villagers to become a blood necromancer. So, now that we have this, indeed, the blood sigil has forged an unbreakable bond. Through these pathway sigils, I will be able to target specific locations. There is, however, another type of sigil, the player sigil, that can bind a specific person to itself. More difficult to use, this one requires to be held in my hand, either main or offhand, as I injure another player enough for them to bleed. Once their blood is in my hands, so too shall their fate be mine to dictate. Now this corresponds to a different part of the tree that we will be getting into in a much later time. To make the player sigil, you will need a dorsal spine, and a dying villager, an expiring villager. So you can actually extract the spine from the expiring villager, because it's not like he'll need it anyways. He is dead, basically. And then after, basically what it means by spilling their blood is you'll need to actually kill a player with a sword in your on hand, and the sigil in your offhand, for you to get them specifically bound. And that is basically like a tag lock system if you've ever played Witchery, or I guess Bewitchment, the spiritual successor of Witchery. It's basically just tag locks, and you can use it in Dream Shrine things, but we are not there yet. So instead, we're going to focus on making a different sigil. So in the Bloodwell tab, you will see this Blood Sigil zombie and Blood Sigil skeleton. And what you'll need is 1 bone and 1 rotten flesh. So I'm going to go make that. I'm going to go get those things, really quickly. Actually, we already have a bone from that skeleton that blew up. And rotten flesh is right here. So we're just going to pull out our constantly dying villager here, put down our bone, and put a villager down, and he will turn that into a skeleton sigil. And before we take a look at that, we're going to make ourselves a zombie sigil by throwing down the rotten flesh, and then putting down the villager, and getting a zombie sigil. So as your blood well fills up with the numerous undead that become attracted to these hearts and just venture forth in the world. Actually, a strategy would be to place your blood well in a dark place where many zombies and skeletons would spawn, like maybe in a dark forest where there are leaves covering the sky. That would be actually very smart, because as seen before, zombies and skeletons will just naturally be attracted to this. And when I was playing this mod, I didn't even make a sort of, I don't know, a network, a heart network is what it could be called, to my blood well. I just had this down, and I had so many zombies, not that many skeletons. I think skeletons have more of resistance. This isn't a skeleton. This is skeleton. But basically what you're going to do is, when you have some undead in here, you're going to right click, and you'll see that I don't have any zombies that went into this well, but you remember from earlier, there was a skeleton that got into this well, and if we right-click this, we have one skeleton. I'll show you what it looks like when you have a zombie as well, so I'm just going to put a zombie in. So we got a zombie here, and he'll just be attracted to the well instantly. He'll just go in it. Actually, yeah, maybe the best thing that you could do would be to... Oh, he's getting confused. This is the problem. Push him in. There we are. So, now if we take out our zombie sigil, we right-click, we have a zombie and a skeleton. A blood zombie and a blood skeleton, specifically. And we're going to be taking a look at what those things do. I'm just going to clear out my inventory a little bit. This is essentially what it's all been leading to. I'll be right back. Right, so I'm going to demonstrate to you what a blood zombie looks like. Very cool. They won't attack you because they are bound to you via blood sigil. And in fact, they will attack hostiles. As you can see there, that is a lot of damage, and if you have even more blood zombies, you can constantly put so many of them down. I don't even think there's a limit to this, if I'm being honest. I once had a blood sigil that contained like 200 or maybe 300 zombies that I could just plop down constantly. I had a lot less skeletons, but if you want to see what skeletons look like, they look like this. They don't actually have any bows. I don't know if they deal any more damage. I'm going to pick up my blood zombie again. It seems like they deal some damage. Another thing is they have another effect where they terrify, basically, enemies. More specifically, if you're playing with a player and you're giving aggro to it. If I'm... Oh, the one problem that I will say that there is with these is that they are slow, relatively. So if you're being attacked by many things, it might be good to just... Oh, there we are. There it is. That skeleton just took off its head, and it terrified that spider. And I can demonstrate another thing. So as you can see, I can still pick up this skeleton. But if I come over here to this zombie... This mob is not full health. You cannot pick up blood zombies that are not full health. Now, I have no idea how to fix this. And now that I am doing this, there might actually be something that you can do. But if you just stay out here for a while, and this blood zombie stays outside of your blood sigil for quite some time, they will indeed stop fighting for you, and they might even attack you as they become more hostile the more they are outside of their little vessel thing. And even if you try to kill them, at first they won't try to attack you, but sooner or later they will. Well, okay, so the thing is with these mobs is they're kind of... It's really fun, because they feel very unpredictable. But the problem with that is that I can't properly and accurately depict or show what that looks like. All I can do is really say that sometimes, if you leave them out for long enough, they'll just stop being your ally and start attacking you on the spot. Sometimes they'll become more like a spider and only attack you if aggroed, or in night time. And they'll probably give you the terrify effect themselves. So yeah, that's basically what blood necromancy looks like, and the only thing left to do is to see how many blood zombies and blood skeletons can you have, and what exactly does that look like. Actually, before that, I wanted to see if you could like fix your mob. So I'm gonna put a couple of them, and just kind of, yeah, you gotta hold it down. Oh, so I'm gonna put down a blood zombie and attack him a little bit, damage him. I can't pick him up anymore. I don't know how to heal them, but I'm assuming if you push them into the well, maybe, possibly, I don't know. Can I feed them a heart maybe, or can I feed them hearts? I don't know. I don't know how to heal them. I don't know how to get them back. I don't know how to get them back up with health. I'm pretty sure potions do nothing. If I grab myself some splash potions of healing, I might actually just attack them. If I get myself some splash potions of harm. Oh, that's hat. So, splash potions of harm. Oh, it does heal them. Okay. So, and then you can pick them back up? Oh wow, look at that. So, if you want to heal your zombies, what you can do is get some damage, so harm, maybe have yourself a little bit of a lingering effect, kind of put this down so that if they do get hurt, they don't actually, like, get so much damage. You can make them fight to the death as well. Very, very neat. I actually really like this part of the mod. It is also, I think, maybe the only way, or not the only way, but one of the only ways to really defend yourself in the Minecraft world. And it's maybe one of the only things that can be used to hold itself against other mods that are different. Like, I mean, let's say you're playing immersive engineering, or somebody else you're playing with is playing immersive engineering, and you want to focus entirely on this mod. You probably wouldn't be the same strength, I would say, as them, but definitely have some sort of fight with you. Another thing is with the Weepers, as seen in the last episode, when they get folly, they become monsters. I think they will only attack the first thing they see, which means or the closest thing to them, because they're enraged, which means if you put them in your friend's base, walk away, and then blow the flute, they will all attack them instead of you, or whoever is nearest. But yeah, after they start attacking whoever's nearest to them, they will pay no mind to literally anyone else until they kill that person. Like, even if they leave, they will chase after you, they will run after you, or if they can't, then they'll still just try to pay attention to you. It's actually very interesting. I quite enjoy the AI in this mod. There really isn't too much left in this tree that I can talk about. It's basically all there is these four little tabs. I mean, I guess I can make, I don't know, you can put down a lot of blood zombies, as many as you have, and kind of make them sick a boss. Maybe something that can be done is to demonstrate the power of these undead is to pit them all against the wither or something like that. I mean, they don't really have any ranged abilities, so they probably wouldn't go so very well. But yeah, I guess that's basically it for this part of the mod. Altar of Sacrifice, Bloodwell, Blood Zombies, Blood Skeletons, basically it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a fantastic day. Why is this missing? Hope you have a fantastic okay. Hope you have a fantastic day. Love yourself. Goodbye.